Hello all. Right. Well, it should be busy. I know it's we're on the lead up to Christmas. It should be busy. I don't know about you guys. I'm doing okay. I'm doing that thing where there's enough work. I'm not falling over myself for work. I'm not looking at the exchange, looking at 4 or 5 jobs and taking me pick. At the same time, I am generally getting 2 jobs in a day. So I'm hoping that in the new year it won't fall off too much, so it'll pretty much stay the same. It won't go from being mega busy to mega quiet. It'll go from being okay to okay. But what happens if it don't? What happens if it goes from being okay to rubbish? I mean, there's all this stuff going on, recession, cost of living prices, the world's catching fire. So what can you do? Well, what I'm working on, I do this thing sometimes, I call it the easy day. And I normally do it if I've had a busy week. In fairness, today's Thursday, and I've hit my target now. So I've had a good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, a couple of jobs I didn't really want to take and thought, no, take them. Get it in at the beginning of the week. You can relax a little bit at the end. And I've just done the other one, and this gets me on. So what the easy day is, you get your day's money in one day. Well, not quite your day's money. Now, like I say, we're in lorries and they're dearer. My target for the day is 400. But what you can get, if you're lucky, and what I found recently, particularly if it's going around the zone where not everybody wants to go to, or from where I am, it's going to the seaside, it's going to Eastbourne, it's going to Skegness, going to Bournemouth. They kind of know you might be coming back empty. You can get good money on those jobs. You can get 3.5 to 4 on those jobs. So the one I've done this morning, I was lucky, got good money on it. I think also because it was nearer the end of the day, had to be picked up first thing in the morning, and you can see that, you know, everyone's going home and getting their dinner, so it's like book him in now. But it was an Aylesbury to Chelmsford, and I've got my target. Well, I haven't got my target, I've got my 3.5. The target's 4, but I've hit my week's target, and if I don't get anything else today, not the end of the world. It would be a tragedy because it's still really early, it's only 11:30, and I've tipped about half an hour ago. But if nothing else comes up, particularly as I'm round to 25, I'm round the zone, I don't get anything else. So what I do in the new year, if things are getting a bit tough, is the 2 or 3 things you can do. You think, well, I'm going to focus on the easy day. It's January, February, and you work 52 weeks of the year. So bear in mind, don't go, I'm having a rubbish January, having a rubbish February. Go, well, over the last 12 months, dividing that by 12, I'm doing okay. And you can take into account the summer when you were smashing it. And you can take into account that busy October that you had because you got out work for that geezer. Take it 12 months, not 1 month. The other thing is, if you can get cross to cross, so say for example where I am, I'm based in Dunstable. If I can get Cambridge to Oxford, I drive an hour that way, 2 hours that way, then I've only got an hour to drive home. Now that is exactly the same as picking up in Dunstable, driving up to Sheffield and then coming home. Because you've got nowhere to pick it up, 2 hours that way, then 2 hours home empty. But it doesn't feel as painful. And also when you finish in Oxford, you might get a local, you might get a little one, you know, that'll do the trick. So you can focus on the easy day, you can focus on the cross to cross. So although you're kind of working your area but still getting a distance. And the other one is get it on the night before. So if you can get, what about an easy day? I've got most of my target, then a pickup for the morning. Then you get the pickup for the morning and hopefully you'll get another job in the afternoon. Or once you've done the pickup in the morning, you go, well, I'm dropping off in the morning, I'm getting half my day's target tomorrow, then I've only got to do a little job and that will cover it. So the bottom line is, January, February time might be the time to lower your expectations a bit. It's a bit dark, it's a bit cold, everything's a bit icy, it's not much fun. There might be snow, which isn't fun to drive in, so go, well, okay. And also, the only problem is, of course, you've just done Christmas, you're feeling poor, the credit card bill's in. It's all got to be paid for, isn't it? But I would try, if I was you, I would say, in fairness, October, November, December is the time we're supposed to ramp it up. January, February, when it goes a bit quiet, break yourself back into it gently. It's all good and well and do it good if you can do it. If not, and also, if you've got time off, this might be the time to go, right, I'm going around the local industrial estate with the flyers. I'm going to go around with some cards. I'm going to do a little bit of side work, man and van, do a bit of small removals, do the odd like flat or something like that. Look for other things. But what I suppose, What I do with the easy day, what I will be doing in January is I've already got my head around the facts that it isn't going to be that busy. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to work as hard as I can. I'm going to get what I can, but what I can't get, I'm not going to cry about, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. We do 12 months of the year, not 2. You get 12 months of the year to take care and take money.